It corresponded with her own bedroom below, so her father wouldn't notice it for now. Right then, she saw her mother's old belongings, and next to them was a strange jewelry box. Opening it up, she found it was packed with jewelry. It wasn't hers, nor was it her mother's. Lisa picked one up to examine closely, only to notice in terror that there were bloodstains on it. She instantly realized her father was the serial killer. A terrified Lisa hurried to pack her bags. She had to get rid of this murderer once and for all. But the moment she stepped out the front door, her eyes squeezed shut, and she moved forward slowly, groping her way around like a blind person. It turns out Lisa suffered from agoraphobia. Whenever she was in a public or open space, her body would be overcome with fear and anxiety. Lisa tried to psych herself up to overcome it, but before she got far, the sudden sound of a motorcycle engine rang out nearby. Lisa immediately felt dizzy. An inexplicable terror surged in her heart, and frightened, she shrank back into the house. Since she couldn't escape, she decided to confront her father face to face. The moment he saw the jewelry, her father was struck dumb. Lisa asked him what these things were. Her father tried to explain they were just mom's old jewelry. Lisa then pulled out the blood-stained ring, demanding to know what that stain was. But her father gave a half-hearted answer, saying it was just paint. Lisa laid all her cards on the table, pulling out the necklace to ask if he had killed anyone, and showing him the photo from the news. Her father was starting to get embarrassed and angry. Staring at the man before her, Lisa felt incredibly uneasy, and instinctively ran toward the upstairs bedroom. Her father followed close behind. During the chase, her father accidentally dropped an earring stud. Lisa dove into her room, jamming a desk against the door. Her father kept pounding on the door from outside, but this time, Lisa wouldn't open it for anything. Hearing her father's hysterical roars, Lisa was terrified, and had no choice but to call the police for help. However, she had barely finished explaining the situation when her father brought out a power drill, boring right through the door lock. Her father burst into the room in a rage, grabbing Lisa and throwing her onto the bed. He shouted that he would never hurt her. Realizing resistance was a dead end, Lisa gave up on making a useless scene. But the moment she stood up, her father spotted the phone on the floor. He opened the contacts list, and saw that Lisa had indeed called the cops. Realizing the police were on their way, her father began brainwashing Lisa, arguing that without his devoted care, she would have been locked up in a mental hospital long ago. Her father knew her weaknesses all too well, and after a relentless soft and hard sell, Lisa eventually caved in. Soon enough, the police showed up at the door, but the brainwashed Lisa remained silent. Her father used her agoraphobia, combined with the fact that she was taking antidepressants, to successfully send the two officers on their way. Lisa's performance satisfied her father greatly. After her father went back to his room to rest, Lisa also snuck back to her room and opened her laptop, planning to send a distress signal to her online friends. But unfortunately, all her net friends were offline. Realizing she couldn't just sit there and wait to die, she took advantage of her father's nap, quietly slipping off her shoes, tiptoeing into the kitchen to grab a knife, then pouring a glass of water, and carefully walking toward her father's room. However, in the next second, she